Want to start a dropshipping business? So does everyone else. For anyone who has tried dropshipping before, you'll know it's getting harder and harder to stand out from the crowd these days. While markets like eBay and Amazon are still huge players for dropshippers, they are no longer trade secrets when it comes to making a quick buck or two. Enter Facebook Marketplace. Yes, Facebook hasn't been the cool kid on the scene for a long time, but since their launch of Shops in 2020, they've been slowly building out their suite of e-commerce tools, making it an increasingly attractive avenue for sellers, which is now being taken advantage of by a small number of savvy dropshippers. So let's take a look at how you can have a slice of the pie too with this step-by-step guide video for dropshipping on Facebook Marketplace. If this is your first time at SaleHoo, welcome! At SaleHoo, we have helped hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs build their online store from 0 to 6 and even 7 figures with our tools and courses. Before we get into the video though, let's announce the winner for the lucky draw last month, where the prize is a 1-year free membership to SaleHoo Directory or SaleHoo Dropship. We asked you to comment your greatest challenge in your dropshipping journey for a chance to win. The winner is MJ. Just email us at partners@saleho.com with a screenshot of your YouTube comments history, which you can find on Google My Activity, and let us know which tool, SaleHoo Directory or SaleHoo Dropship, you would like your free 1-year access for. Now let's get back to the topic. What is Facebook Marketplace? Facebook Marketplace started out as a local buy and sell forum of sorts, where private users could sell their second-hand items, much like Craigslist really. The platform has evolved a whole lot since those days. What's changed is that professional sellers now have a whole host of avenues for monetizing Facebook Marketplace for their business. This includes Facebook Pay and Facebook Checkout, which lets users pay for products directly on site, as well as other order management tools that can integrate with shops on various platforms. Now, unfortunately, the main bulk of these new features is currently only available in the US, but there are still many ways in which you can use Marketplace to your advantage elsewhere. The main difference is that your listing will appear only to users that are near you, and that you have to arrange your own payment. So say a customer is interested in your product. They will message you to express interest and ask any questions. Once happy and ready to make their purchase, you will need to direct them to your preferred method of payment. Example, pass on your account number or PayPal link. Now, how does dropshipping work on Marketplace? As you probably well know, dropshipping means connecting customers to a product with you as the middleman. The customer orders from you, you notify the supplier, and they in turn ship the product to the customer. Marketplace is basically the platform in which the customer finds you and your product listing, making it an excellent vehicle for sales, without actually having to create your own website or shop. And if you already have a shop, it's just another excellent string to add to your bow. With Facebook reporting more than 1 billion monthly global users of Marketplace in the first quarter of 2021, this is no small advantage. All you need to do is pick a product, list it on Marketplace, and watch the orders roll in. The fact that relatively few dropshippers have set up on Marketplace to date makes it particularly fertile soil for making sales with a huge customer base. Now, are there any rules on Marketplace? Listing on Marketplace is relatively straightforward, as long as you keep in mind a few simple rules. First is you need to have an active Facebook account. Second is you should be 18 years old or over. Third is your listing description and pictures need to be accurate and detailed. Spammy looking or misleading listings run the risk of getting banned. Number 4 is no selling of prohibited products, which are the usual offenders like alcohol and adult products. Number 5 is no selling of event tickets, gift cards, or vouchers. Number 6 is product price between $5 and $500. This is using the commercial marketplace tools in the US only. In terms of how Facebook Marketplace works, let me run it through you step by step. So first of all, you need a Facebook account. A personal one is sufficient to get started. Once you've got that sorted, you can start thinking about your product. Let's work on the assumption that you don't already have a Facebook shop or an existing product catalog and start from there. Now, the first thing you need to do is pick your product and supplier. You need a product that is profitable and has a high chance of bringing in a lot of sales. Since dropshipping has relatively small profit margins, volume is your friend here. So how do you find the products? What's so invaluable for analyzing products are market research tools, such as SaleHoo Market Research Labs, available as part of the SaleHoo directory. Here you can see exactly how competitive a product is and how well it's predicted to do on particular channels. On Amazon, you can check out movers and shakers under the best sellers section. Another handy tip is to search for Walmart or Amazon specific products on eBay and picking one that shows at least 100 sales. It's also important to note that you shouldn't be going off your own interests and preferences when it comes to picking a product, but rather make the business savvy decision. High-value products that are easily shippable and unlikely to break during transport are ideal. You're looking for a product that has a relatively high price so that you make a decent profit by adding your margin, but obviously stay below $500. When looking at suppliers, it's important to make sure they are relatively local, as Facebook requires you to ship and deliver quickly, with the tracking number being added no later than 3 days past the sale date. The SaleHoo supplier directory lets you easily filter by product type and warehouse location to find exactly what you're looking for. Now the next step is to list your product on Marketplace. This is where you create your listing. Click your way into Marketplace by following the market stall symbol. Select plus and create new listing and item for sale. Download the images from your supplier's website and use those in your listing. Also copy the description. No need to make unnecessary work for yourself. Maybe tidy up the description a bit if required, otherwise move on to product category and title. These are very important as they will determine who is going to see your listing. Try and be as accurate as possible with your category. There are many subcategories available, by the way, and choose an appealing title. This won't necessarily be the supplier's title. Go through some options and ask yourself what would grab your attention if you were your target audience. Tools like Title Builder can also come in useful here. Be sure to set shipping as the sole delivery option, as pickup obviously doesn't work for dropshipping. Finally, set your price. This should be the supplier's price, plus your fees and a healthy margin. Facebook Marketplace charges 5% or 40 cents for items $8 or less, so you'll want to make sure you take that into your calculations. This includes tax already, which is handy. For countries outside the US, Facebook doesn't offer checkout or payment through the site, so you don't need to worry about it here. Now finish your listing and you're live. The next step is to run Facebook Marketplace ads. Now you've sorted your listing and you might think about placing some ads. Selling from a personal account, you can boost your listings, which means they will appear higher in a given search result. Or if you're operating from a Facebook business account, the Ads Manager, accessible from your Commerce Manager, will let you place targeted ads to a specific daily budget and conversion result, with the option of A/B testing. These ads will show up both as Marketplace search results, labeled Sponsored, as well as in the general Facebook feed of your chosen target audience. The next step is to watch the orders roll in. Once you get your target audience in front of your listing, it shouldn't take long for orders to start coming through. Outside the US, Facebook checkout isn't available, which means you'll have to arrange payment via Facebook Messenger. Example, by sending account details or similar. When an order is confirmed, you now have to order the product with your supplier. Once it gets to shipping details, enter the customer's address you've received on Facebook rather than your own. Confirm and the product should soon be on the way to a happy customer. Don't forget to update the tracking number within Facebook or your payment could be delayed. Now I want to give you the pros and cons of Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. The pros are that you don't need to specialize. It's easy to dropship all kinds of products, and there are no fees for sellers. And Facebook ads is a great choice for advertising as it's already integrated with Marketplace. Also, Facebook payment systems make transactions safe for both sellers and buyers. Next, huge reach, free traffic, and it's easy to reach your audience through Facebook's algorithm. Also, it's good for beginners. It's also easy customer service as customers can message you directly. The cons are that funds are only deposited 15 to 20 days after items marked as shipped or 5 days after the item has been delivered. Also, there's an extra startup capital needed to pay your supplier on initial orders. And you have to list each product individually, no bulk listing tool. It's also harder to automate, and there is no scope to go global at present. Selling is only available locally outside the US, or nationwide inside the US. It's also potentially time-consuming if you have multiple suppliers. For example, you have to manage product listings, monitor prices, and stocks from different suppliers. Now I want to give you some tips and tricks. So you've decided you want to give this Facebook Marketplace dropshipping thing a go. Here are a few more tips and tricks to help you on your journey. The first is to optimize your listing. When it comes to users visiting your listing, first impressions are very important. You need to pay particular attention to the title and primary image, as these are the things that will draw potential buyers in. The title should contain the main keywords as well as the most important details pertaining to your product. Say you're selling a Bluetooth speaker. You would want the condition, brand and product name, color, as well as the words wireless Bluetooth speaker in the title. Other important semantic keywords and details such as battery life, accessories, and sound quality should be in the description too. In terms of pictures, you'll most likely be using the images taken from your supplier's website. These should be of adequate quality and size, but always make sure you're downloading the highest resolution version you can find. Then, take a look at your selection of pictures and choose the one that's not only most appealing visually, but also shows the product most accurately. Over time, it could also be useful to test a few different titles out, running each one for a couple of months at a time and seeing which one results in more sales. Finally, Marketplace gives you the option to renew your listing, which is good practice to do regularly as newer listings get bumped up higher in search results. After 2 weeks, Marketplace will send you a prompt to do this, but you can also preemptively do so in the overview of your listing. Follow the above steps and your listing should be in excellent shape to go perform on Facebook Marketplace. Now let's talk about optimizing your Facebook ads. It's not currently possible to advertise exclusively on Marketplace, so when choosing the placements in Ads Manager, either select Automatic Placements, which will give Facebook algorithm permission to place it in relevant areas, or select both Newsfeed and Marketplace. Since your ad will be showing up in different placements as well as mobile and desktop views, it's important to think about the creative text you'll be using. When creating an ad, you'll need to set a headline and primary text, the text underneath the headline. But the primary text is often not visible in certain placements. For example, for mobile Marketplace feed. So the headline is extra important. At the same time, there's a 40-character limit, so you don't have oodles of space. About 5 words is ideal. For the image, Facebook recommends a 1:1 ratio and a resolution minimum of 1080 by 1080 pixels. This should also be the same image you're using as the primary image for your listing, so that the user experience is nice and consistent. Now let's talk about customer support. We've said it time and time again, but customer support is key in e-commerce. Loyal customers are a boon to your business, and the majority of people who have a bad experience often don't return for at least 2 years. So you need your customer service game to be on point, even in places that are relatively informal, such as Facebook Marketplace. The good thing is that people can't get instant support from you via Messenger, but this means that you have to be on the ball when it comes to responding, especially as typical response rates for business pages are recorded and shown to users in the chat window. To let people know when you'll be available to respond, you have the option of setting an auto response and/or an away message for when you're not by your phone or computer. However, this is only possible with Facebook for Business or for people running a page, not yet for a personal account. If you're starting out and running your listings from your personal account, you'll have to keep checking Messenger and making sure you're responding to people in an adequate time frame. Aside from response time, you'll also want to make sure your tone is professional yet approachable and you're always being helpful and accommodating. Think about how you would like to be spoken to if you were thinking of buying something. That's generally a good guide to go by. Now let's talk about scaling and automating your dropshipping process. If maintaining and updating your listings is starting to feel like quite a lot of work, you might want to start thinking about automating your process. Currently, there are only a few providers who offer full automation of the Facebook Marketplace dropshipping process. AutoDS being one of them that looks promising and provides plenty of step-by-step guidance. As this is a growing trend, there's sure to be plenty more providers popping up in this space in the near future. One thing to keep an eye on if you're planning on automating your listings is to make sure your listings still come out professional and accurate. With computerized listing creation, you run a higher risk of having listings banned if the Facebook algorithm deems them suspicious. Now, overall, we can say that Facebook Marketplace does offer some exciting opportunities, especially for budding dropshippers who want to test the waters without too much risk. However, outside the US, managing all the processes involved could well become cumbersome and time-consuming, begging the question whether it's really worth it. Hopefully, Facebook will continue its rollout of commerce tools and make checkout and pay available globally, which would open things up significantly. In the meantime, sellers from the US are in luck, as they can really familiarize themselves with all that's available on the new Facebook Marketplace horizon. What do you think about dropshipping on Facebook Marketplace? Exciting new avenue or just another fad? As a dedicated e-commerce community, we'd love to find out your views. Let us know in the comment section below and support us by liking and subscribing too. This is how we know we should make more of this type of content for you. Also, if you want to find pre-vetted, reliable suppliers for your online store, you can sign up to SaleHoo. I'll leave a link to sign up in the description box below. Did you know that Facebook Marketplace is one of the many platforms that you can dropship on? If you want to learn about the other platforms where you can dropship, you can check out our YouTube video on 16 platforms to dropship on. Also, Marketplace dropshipping is just one way to do dropshipping. Want to know the different types of dropshipping businesses you can start? Check out this video here to know 9 different ways to do dropshipping. Thanks everyone, see you in the next video.